I got this hose. I was wanting to go over some questions I saw that people wanted to ask me. So one of the first questions is, can the nozzle be removed and can it be replaced with a kind of piston nozzle? And yes, this is the nozzle that it comes with, and obviously it is removable. You can replace this with other nozzles that you have as long as they are a 3/4 inch diameter. Any like standard garden hose with those measurements, you should fit this quite well. And can this hose stay in a covered container year-round outdoors in a cold climate state? And yes, but you gotta think about any hose when it has water built up and it freezes, the ice kind of when it freezes it expands a little. So you gotta remember that you don't have any water in here when it is freezing temperature. So you just gotta drain the hose and it should be fine throughout all winter. But yes, just keep in mind that not just with this hose, any hose, if you have water inside, and especially if it's water fully inside, if it's just like a little bit of water, it should be fine. But it's filled with water and it freezes, it will damage the hose, so just keep that in mind. Is both ends of this made out of metal or plastic? The both ends are made out of metal right here. It is kind of copper and aluminum, I think. So it really makes a high on the durability scale. And is 100 psi too much pressure for this? I think the recommended psi for this is under 80. So I would use caution if you're going that high, but I would assume because of how like durable this hose, you maybe test it out to, but under your caution, of course. But yeah, I would say maybe, but most likely not because it is recommended for under 80. Can you attach two hoses together? And yes, you can. I think these hoses right here is made to attach together. Yes, I can screw this hose into each other, so you can buy two lengths, connect them and kind of extend them if you want to, or you can buy any other hose as long as they have a 3/4 diameter. You can connect it onto this hose and you can be on your way. Can you take the sprayer off, take the nozzle off and kind of put it on a sprinkler? And yes, obviously, as you can see, the nozzle kind of comes off, but also yes, if you have a sprinkler that has a 3/4 diameter, you can attach this onto there. And because the sprinkler doesn't require too high of water pressure, it can very definitely be used by this. And even ones with like super high pressure, as long as it measures under like the 80 psi as I've talked about, it should be fine. Can you turn the water on and off with this without going to the original water source? And yes, because of the nozzle, because once you have the water on, you need to spray it for the water to come out. If you have the water running consistently, it will just be on the hose. It will not come out unless you use the nozzle. Obviously, if you don't use the nozzle, then the water will be leaking the whole time. But yeah, if you do use the nozzle, you don't have to worry about going back and shutting off and turning back on the water. So just make sure you have this attached if you want the water just to be in there for ready to be used. And yeah.